right, coming at you Thursday night. The Piscean drama of it is so boring. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. The event starts at midnight for me, and then we transition, or not we, again, I, and Sabbath is at dusk tomorrow. So this is the big event. This is my next thing, like after well, what was it? the second slash of the eclipse was my big thing. And that's still the clincher, I guess. And then the Lion's Gate after that, because that was the eclipse was in April, and the Lion's Gate is always August. And because the eclipse was on the Aries Ram Gate, where on the 8th, that affected the 8th of August, 4 months later. So, because semi-schizophrenia is safe, but schizophrenia is not safe. So, as long as it's fun being Satana, little presence of Regulus on this planet now, going into galactic springtime after the eclipse. I mean, please God, give me a sign. Slash right up the middle, down the middle, sliding every which way. In the voice of Satan, SAHTAHN, Persephone, SAHTAHN. You know, you're feeling it, aren't you? You're not in the Aquarian age. You're still riding the Piscean side of the cusp. Well, it'll catch up pretty quick as the singularity continues to tell everybody checkmate. I thought it was already done, but no. But anyway, the big event starts at midnight tonight. There's a crescendo as Sabbath begins and honors Persephone. A lot of the Sabbath is just honoring that DS equals 0. The something of the sum of the totality is 0. And of the change is the delta. Of the sum, change is 0 in theory. And that's what the Sabbath's about. No need to strive to move ahead on any day, really, because of scale invariance will always evaluate, and karma will always instantly, anytime you start to say, oh, that person over there might be someone I have to kill. Immediately, someone's looking at you the same way, like, or some similar, not the same way. It'll never be the same way. So you'll never recognize it, but it's there. Anyway, in theory, in my schizophrenia, in my semi-schizophrenia, and in my imagination. And I don't know if my imagination is just the last one in the satanic world to be able to understand this, because that's the way the ball bounces. Ball bounced and bounces in different multiverses at different times, in different densities. All right. Infinitely varieties of densities, all equaling 0, as they continually change into the 0, same thing. It's not a pretty picture, actually. It's not heaven. But to try to make it heaven is really inviting hell. Just allow it on the Sabbath to be that, and then take those lessons of letting go and continue them into the week. But every week, remind yourself of, I can do a whole day of not striving. And maybe I can sleep better in general if the whole world is doing it at the same time, basically. That's where the power of it is. Although I always, anything I say, the certainty like that, it's always kind of true and kind of false. So, oh shit. Oh yeah, eye contact. Yeah, old Indian joke. Indians are lying on the ground, hugging Mother Earth, like it has been a long time since they've been allowed to. And the Ghost Dancer's Awakening, I might be the last one. Who knows? I might be, and it's because I'm so dense and stupid. But I did make it. I persevered, and I made it long enough to continue keeping up running if I want to continue with it, and let go to 0 when I'm ready to let go. And there you have it. Very boring, boring, boring. You want more? More? You want more? I don't know if I have any more left. Maybe if some shiny thing. No, that's asking too much, and I'd blow it anyway. So, why would I even ask for that? That's out of the question.